With training camp underway and exhibition games underway, we're going to take a look at what some of the major publications out there see in the Los Angeles Kings. The Lakers hold Media Day, and it's the happiest of happy talk. And El Trafico is coming to the Rose Bowl, which is a beautiful thing. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is faithful Angelenos. I'm back home on September 27, 2022. It's a beautiful thing. Hey, if you like the content that we put out about LA sports, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And yes, comment. Because, hey, it's a beautiful thing. That's why I opened this channel in the first place. Now, before we go into the news, take a quick look at the scoreboard, and it is going to be quick. There were no games last night with LA teams, and tonight there's only one. Dodgers are in San Diego at 7:30. It's Tyler Anderson, 15-4, Blake Snell, 8-9. So, why not start off with hockey in 100-degree weather? What do you say? The Kings, according to ESPN's Future Power Rankings, the Future Power Rankings are where the franchise will stand in probably about 3 years. They are ranked 8th. Now, currently, they are also ranked by ESPN 8th overall in the prospects pool. You might know this. They've been promoting people from their minor leagues up to the big club. They're no longer number 1. The current roster, however, is ranked 16th. Because they're trying to fit in these young prospects along with the veterans who are in their 30s. Your Jonathan Quick, your Drew Doughty, Anze Kopitar, etc. The cap outlook for them is probably around 13th according to ESPN. That also includes Kopitar's contract ending in the summer of 2024. Basically what they're saying is this. The bottom line is Kevin Fiala's contract. It has to hit. He has to come through for the LA Kings to be financially stable, to make that contract worth it, and to be continuing on an upward trajectory. ESPN also made a, quote, bold prediction that they would win a playoff round. Ooh, big, bold choice, guys. It's not like the Kings didn't make it out of the first round last year, right? Almost. They pushed Edmonton to the 7th game. This is like making a prediction. Or no, this is like making a bold statement, right? You go to your friends, you tell them you're going to get into MMA, you climb into the cage against a bunch of 3rd graders. That's not bold. The Athletic, by the way, also ran projections, and they tab LA as the 8th best team in the West. So you might be saying, wait a second, isn't that a downgrade? Well, it's not that simple for LA. It's a tough conference, for example. They're barely ranked above St. Louis, which made the playoffs last year, barely above Vancouver. When you read the Athletics coverage, here's why the Fiala trade and contract matters so much to the future of LA. You look at their minor leagues, you look at the big club. They are loaded at center, but kind of weak on the forward, on the winger side. Last year, they tried to address winger by trading for Victor Arvidsson. And he was supposed to basically add a bunch of goals, lift the Kings. He missed too many games. He missed too many games last year. So theoretically, they are still weak on wing. You keep Arvidsson in there healthy, hopefully. And if last year's numbers for Fiala's are duplicated or topped with the Kings this year, now you're talking an upswing. Now you're talking the upswing. But will Arvidsson stay healthy? And for that matter, Fiala wasn't even the Wild's best winger last year. That was Kirill Kaprizov. Fiala had a monster year last year, and that was a luxury for Minnesota, which is why they traded him to LA for a bunch of prospects. What LA is hoping for with Fiala, with Arvidsson on the wing, is that they are hoping that the defenses consistently get confused by the Kings' top 2 lines. You know, we're on defense, here come the Kings. Do we take out Adrian Kempe and let Fiala do his thing, or do we take out Fiala and let Kempe do his thing? You see, that's what they're hoping for. But they have to produce. Not only that, there are more gambles that the Kings are taking. Is Drew Doughty going to be healthy? Is Quinton Byfield going to make a second-year leap? These are questions. They're gambles. We don't know. To be great, the Kings are a decent team. They're probably a good team, but to be a great team, all of these things have to work out in the right way for LA. Meanwhile, there was media day for the Lakers. And, the thing with media day, as a former reporter, I know this. Nobody's going to come out and say, man, we're going to suck. So everybody says all the happy, nice things. They say the right things. Anthony Davis, we're going to embrace the underdog role now. Darvin Ham, I talked to Russell Westbrook. He can't wait to play defense. Does that even sound logical to you? That Anthony Davis is perfectly willing to fight and scrap as an underdog? That Russell Westbrook can't wait to play D? What about the Lakers saying that they actually were willing or are willing to trade first-round picks? Blah, 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 blah. It's all happy talk. The proof comes when the games come. LA Galaxy will open next MLS season against LAFC, which is great. That'll be on February 25th. And it's going to be at the Rose Bowl, where the Galaxy first played, which makes it even greater. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to see the Galaxy return to ye old-timey stomping grounds. It's a beautiful thing. This has the potential to be a damn good call, because El Trafico, in my opinion, has gotten too big for Dignity Health Sports Park. It's gotten too big for Bank of California Stadium. How do we know this? Well, the games not only sell out and people are clamoring to get inside, but the people who are inside the stadium, especially if they're for the other team, they're not happy. The game is played at Bank of California Stadium. They put up porta potties for the Galaxy fans. That's not cool, but that's what they did. They go, the LAFC fans are not happy with the way that they're being treated over at Dignity Health by the Galaxy front office. The game is too big for a regular-sized MLS stadium. Now, I don't know if they're going to break the MLS all-time attendance record. That is 69,255. That was in the very first soccer game that the Galaxy ever played at the Rose Bowl. But both sides are going to try and fill that doggone thing, which makes it a really good time. Horrible day yesterday for the Chargers. Horrible. As if the game on Sunday wasn't bad enough. We're starting the news reports from the aftermath of all these injured players is starting to come out. Left tackle Rashawn Slater tore his left biceps tendon. He is gone for the year. This is a terrible development for the Chargers. He was a first-round draft pick last year. He wound up making the Pro Bowl as a rookie. He is the one that's supposedly going to protect Justin Herbert's back. That's not the case anymore. Now, Storm Norton lost the job at right tackle this year. He's the guy who's got to make sure that an already injured quarterback can make it through the rest of the year. I can't state this enough. That is a huge loss for LA. In addition to that, we know that defensive end Joey Bosa is going to be week to week with a groin injury. What does week to week translate to? They have no idea when he's coming back. Wide receiver Jalen Gaitan is also out for the year. He tore his anterior cruciate ligament. So yeah, and I haven't even mentioned all the guys who were injured prior to last week's game. At some point, we're going to have to revisit how tough the AFC West is. And at some point, we're going to have to revisit how competent the Chargers medical staff is. Keep in mind, a former quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, has sued the team doctor alleging a botched pain injection from a couple of years ago. So the Chargers have issues in the medical office and definitely on the field. It is not a good day for Charger fans. Meanwhile, with the Rams, there's also going to be another addition to the injured list. Cornerback Darian Hendrick. When they were in Arizona 2 days ago, he led the Rams in tackles with 9. He's paid the price. He's in concussion protocol. So we don't know if he's playing next week. And it kind of matters because they're playing up in San Francisco, and they have not won in San Francisco since 2018. Tall order just made a little bit taller. Training camp begins today for the LA Clippers. And I have been reading what I can about them, and I'm just going to try and bottom line a little bit here instead of going to this big deep dive. I think reviving John Wall's career is the key. You figure Kawhi Leonard, even if he's at 100%, Kawhi Leonard is going to go Kawhi Leonard. He's going to skip games. Why? Could be a legitimate reason. Could just be because he just feels like it. That's the way Kawhi Leonard's career has gone. And if that's the case, everything falls on Paul George. Unless John Wall becomes an additional scoring option. If you recall, the second thing that concerns me about the Clippers, and I'm just basically saying it, if you remember the bubble playoff series over in Orlando during the COVID times, once the Clippers faced any adversity in the playoffs, they folded. It's an ugly thing to say, but that's the way it looked. They simply have to toughen up. Will they be that tough? Because they should make the playoffs, but will they be that tough when they come around? I noticed something that was extremely interesting because USC basketball, they began practice for the year on Monday. ESPN ranked their top 100 players in the NBA. Did you know 3 of them went to USC? Really? Yeah. A school not known for basketball until just very recently. 3 of them are from SC. DeMar DeRozan is ranked highest at number 28. The others, Evan Mobley, okay, I could see him being a top 100 player, and Nikola Vucevic, who I believe he plays in Chicago now. I saw him play when he was just out of college going to Orlando. So yeah, 3 of the top 100 players. And by the way, they were all in the top 70. Played for the Trojans basketball program. The more you know. Now, if you enjoyed today's broadcast, don't forget to like and subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We are trying to build something here for LA Sports. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Corte El Queso production. Take care.